What up, everybody? Raising Kanan Season 4 ended with a bang, with the screen going black and OG Kanan saying, "Fuck you gonna say? What?" After what appears to be young Kanan taking out his own mother, Rock, the queen of Southside Jamaica, Queens. But since it didn't actually show what happened, Season 4 ended with a cliffhanger, and we're not gonna have confirmation about whether Rock's dead or alive until the beginning of Season 5. But with that in mind, also keep in mind when the Raising Kanan social media accounts posted the episode 10 trailer, the caption read that the Southside ain't gonna be the same. And since there was no other major deaths this episode, both Lou and Marvin made it to Season 5, and so did Unique. The death of Rock would be the key event that happened this episode that the Southside wouldn't be the same after. So through 4 seasons of Raising Kanan, every lie Rock told from the beginning of the show until now, it's all come down to this, with Kanan not believing anything that Rock has to say anymore, and believing the absolute worst about her, thinking that she's taken away everyone that he ever cared about, and now he has to take her out to stop her from hurting anybody else who he cares about. This episode we saw Kanan go to his grandmother Joyce's gravesite, and he told her that he's going to do something that she'll have to forgive him for. So now going back to Season 2 of OG Power, when Kanan first showed up at Ghost's penthouse, and he told Ghost and Tommy that he went to see his moms, then went straight there. Now it definitely seems like he was talking about visiting her gravesite, not only because it appears that he took out Rock at the end of the episode, but also the fact they've already showed him now going to his grandmother's gravesite. This would also explain why neither Ghost or Tommy responded after Kanan said he went to see his moms, then went straight there. And if in fact Kanan took his mother out over lies told to him by Snaps and Pop to cover up their own dirt and to get a bigger piece of the pie, this is very similar to the play OG Kanan made in Power with Tariq. This was a play Kanan had already seen before used against him. Except this situation is even worse than Tariq and Ghost. Kanan really didn't make up lies about Ghost. He just exposed all of Ghost's lies to Tariq. And ultimately, Tariq's hand was forced to take Ghost off the board because of the whole Ray Ray situation. But with Kanan, Rock's lies have been exposed little by little, and like he said, he was going to forgive her for all that, even taking out Famous. But the thing that pushed Kanan over the edge was thinking that Rock was who put down Crystal. This is because Rock was one of the last people to see Crystal, but also because Detective Garcia told Jukebox there was a woman basically fitting Rock's description, this woman being Pop Henry, seen leaving the apartment where Crystal was killed. Keeping in mind what Crystal told Pop right before Pop smoked her. She said that Kanan was just so angry at Rock that he thinks everything bad that happens to him is because of her. So by Crystal telling Pop that, she not only knew who to pin Famous's murder on, but also that Kanan would also blame Rock for Crystal's death. But just like Crystal said, Kanan thinks everything that bad happens to him is because of Rock. So of course, just like with everything else, Kanan blamed Rock for Crystal's murder. So in the last scene of Season 4, as Rock was on the phone with Lou discussing their next play in their war with Unique, after he just finished burning down the shops where they moved their work out of, Kanan walked in while Rock was still on the phone with his strap already pointed at her and asked Rock why she killed her, telling Rock that the police said it was her. Rock told Kanan that the police got it wrong as always, and Rock even swore to Kanan that she didn't kill Crystal, and said she swore to him on the most important thing that she loved, which was Kanan. Then Rock told Kanan that he was her life, and that he's always been her life. And if this is Rock's final episode, this is something she also told Kanan in the first episode of the series, when she was trying to get him to go to school at Stuyvesant. Kanan didn't want to go because he would be away from Rock, and Rock told Kanan when he flies, she flies. But Kanan's so angry with Rock at this point, he can't see past his emotions and didn't believe that, and told Rock that she doesn't give a fuck about him. And out of all the lies that Kanan believed, in my opinion, this was the biggest lie of them all. Because even though Rock's done a lot of stuff that she regrets, like she said, some of that, like having Lou put down D-Wiz, was to protect Kanan. Rock even told Kanan episode 1 of this season that he may stop loving her, but she'll never stop loving him. That's why OG Kanan talked about not showing emotion at the beginning of the episode. Kanan's still moving off his emotions, and Snap and Pop used that to manipulate him. Then Kanan went on to blame Rock for taking out Famous also, and said she had his head so twisted up that he was going to let that slide, and that he even came up with excuses for her in his own head why she potentially could have killed Fang. Now going back to what OG Kanan, the narrator, said at the end of season 1. He said, when it all goes wrong, ain't nobody checking for you but you. You're on your own. See, in this shit, the only thing you can trust is that you can't trust. Not nobody, not ever. Not even your own mama. And Kanan's to the point he didn't trust Rock and thought the worst about her even when she was telling the truth. When Rock asked Kanan why would she kill Crystal, Kanan said Rock didn't want Kanan to have nobody but her, that she wanted him all to herself. Then he went on to list all the people that she either killed or he thinks she killed. D-Wiz, Famous, Crystal, and even his own father. And that he had to take her out to stop her from taking away anybody else that he cared about. So if Kanan did pull the trigger and take his own mother's life, this explains a lot about him and why he was the way he was in OG Power. How he was able to kill Jukebox, who this episode we saw him crying in her arms after finding out that Crystal was dead. How he was able to kill his own son and even an innocent old woman. Because when Kanan finds out the truth, that Rock wasn't behind either Famous or Crystal's deaths, how's he going to feel about himself taking out his own mother for no reason over lies? Because also keep in mind that Rock didn't hide what she did to Howard or D-Wiz to Kanan. She killed Howard right in front of him and came clean about D-Wiz without Kanan even confronting her about it. But it was the past lies that Rock told to Kanan's face already, like lying to him about who his father was, even after he already knew the truth, lying to his face about what happened to Scrappy, and also the whole incident in season 3 when she put the gun in his bag to get him back home. Going back to what Kanan told Rock about having him all to herself. And all this is what led up to Kanan potentially pulling that trigger and taking out his own mother, who at the start of the series he loved so much and ironically enough wanted to protect. But the name of the show is called Raising Kanan, and in episode 9, Rock told Kanan at Lamont's diner that she's done cleaning up his messes after him, basically telling him moving forward he has to take responsibility and be a man. So ironically, as soon as Rock was done raising Kanan, she potentially gets taken off the board. Let me know in the comment section if you think Rock's dead or alive going into season 5. And I know some of y'all are here to troll me about Breeze in my comment section, but don't worry, I'm gonna bounce back like Jordan's 95-96 season. And also, I'll get to my 10 Clues full episode recap video tomorrow. With the lead character potentially getting taken out this episode, I wanted to make a video specifically focused on that first. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.